there's a book called a child called It. It's a very good book, um, and it's basically, like this kid had a mother that was very much like my biological father, and he wrote a book about it. I want it was very much like in perspective of like this is a story about a little boy and these things happen to him, which I think is good, but I want like a step down from that. I want like concepts. I don't
You
want
know what?
to I don't want to name a human. I want to name a
A character.
personality. Yeah, 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 yeah.
Yeah, yeah. You know what I think would be cool?
Hmm.
And and like it sounds very cheesy, right? But like just go with it for a second
Yeah.
and like let it stew. But like what you want to do, but like maybe like more of like a fantasy, right?
I could see
And
that if I
when
could
when I
build.
say fantasy, like that sounds weird, but like
No,
it's
no,
a
no, no.
genre you know very well.
Yeah, like building a world around processing
Exactly.
my trauma.
Yeah,
No, I
yeah,
think
yeah.
that's very, very cool. And there's a lot of really, really interesting things you could do with it.
hmm
Um, I'm not sure I want to do that, but I'm very open to just exploring that idea. If I could like think of a setting to express that in, I think that would be very cool. Did you try and trade it and it didn't work?
Yeah.
Behind you, behind you, behind you. Do they keep going?
Through here? Yep.
Oh. Oh my god, are you fucking kidding me? Fucking alright, 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 let's get into the house. Yeah, that's interesting. Cause it feels like sort of a cop out because it's like I've created um, multiple fantasy worlds that have their lore and stuff like that. Like I have a lot of
Uh,
settings that are backed up that way that are just like interesting settings. But to actually have a story worth telling for that settings, then combining, my make believe with my lived experiences is a very interesting and probably like a good way to write things.
it's not like it's a foundation. It's like what you
Mm.
know. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I mean? Like you can start there, and if it's like, this is good, but it's not what I want,
Yeah. Well, it gives me a way to tell the A to B story that I want to tell, which is me,
without
ex-
autobiography
yeah,
format.
experiencing the emotions that I went through because I feel like those emotions are interesting and worth expressing. Um, but then also having a backdrop that both allows me to express myself creatively and is also interesting and fun to
I mean,
explore.
like D&D, JRPGs. Wow, like
Yeah.
and probably so much more. Like you know what I mean? Like it's just a
Hmm.
world that you're like
Yeah,
familiar
no, I
with.
have I have two like really strong, purely from scratch D&D worlds from games that I've ran that are like pretty like fleshed out. Like it,
Well,
I've definitely
there's your map.
written. Yeah, I've
There's
definitely
yeah.
written more than probably two books worth of lore for like one specific world. So there's like a lot I could do with it. I've honestly, until right now, never considered using my work from D&D with trying to express my personal lived story. I like that idea a lot. I think that's fucking a brilliant, really, 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 really cool idea.
You know, that's what open tables are for.
Yeah, we're just sitting here bullshitting. We, we go from, me hating Asmongold to deep, profound conversations about self expression.
Yeah. And to think that it only took Asmund to get here.
Oh my
I
god.
swear to God, if you fucking take that chest, you piece of
Oh